Let me tell you what we've been working on. We are building the steps going from the floor up to the guest loft. And they're already built. They're in the trailer. I'll show you those in a minute, but let me show you what I'm doing now. This is the base for the steps. I need to raise them up 3 inches, 3.5 inches. And I left a little toe kick here because the steps are 18 inches. And I believe these are going to be 15 when we're done. Yeah, pretty close 15. But what I want to show you is how I figured to run the wires from the electrical box out to the kitchen and living room, etc. So I'll probably show you when we're out there. But to the right is the rest of the stairs and the bathroom and the electrical cabinet. I got to get the wires through to the kitchen. So what I've came up with is that I'm going to run them in, quote, conduit, or in other words, 2-inch PVC pipe. Ooh, glad I did this because I also need to drill some more holes for PEX to go through there. Good thing I set this up so I was able to think a little bit. So what I did was want this 15 inches, so the inside boards are going to be 12, and we need a hole. So what I did was set up my hole saw here, the hole dozer, and positioned it more towards the bottom of the board, so it's more towards the floor, and I drilled a hole. And then I took my next board. It's kind of silly because they're already drilled. But I set the next board, trying to do this with one hand here. Alright, I lowered my drill press base. And I put the one that was already drilled on the top of the one that I needed to drill. So I line up the edges. And then I ran the drill down and started the hole. I did that with the other 3. There's 2 over there, there's 1 here. And then I came back and finished the holes off with the hole saw. So what I ended up with is 4 holes that are all lined up, and the pipe will, the tube, the PVC if you will run all the way through, and we'll be able to do it. So right now I decided to get the camera out. And we have to now screw the joists to the end boards. that didn't take long. Now if I did this right. Just like that. I could only put one screw in the back because I put this too close to the end, the hole, and I don't want to drill into my pipe. I'm going to put that one flush. I might do something. Let me run a screw down. Right here. So I'm not trying to go through the pipe, I just locked it in. And just for the heck of it, because that went so well, we'll put one at this end. Yeah. So that screw snugged up the pipe, and now it's one piece. Let's run this out to the trailer, and I'll show you what I already did without recording. Ooh, perfect. So we bought this cabinet. This was an old TV from back in the 90s or 2000s or whatever. We bought that at the restore. Gave, I don't know, $100 for it, and I knew the wood alone would be more than $100, and I can't build the doors and the drawers and everything like that, so we bought it. So what we ended up doing is working around that to make the stairs to the upper loft. So what I built was the shiny white stuff there, or shiny plywood. I had to find a garbage can holder that was 18 inches. This one's 17 and 5/8. Kind of expensive. I think they're $70. And I got another one coming for, where's my finger at? For that side, because it works so well. It's not slow closed, just we're on an angle. That's why it's closing. So this is not secure, so I can take that off. This one's not secure, so I can move that out of the way. So now all I need to do, well, might as well put it right up where it's going to be, right? I need to move this. Of course, I didn't get it out of the way enough. I love moving stuff twice. We'll go up there. Slide that in. Get my sand out of the way. Push that tight. And back against the wall. And then that's tight and against the wall. And this one goes like this. That's pretty close. And goes like that. Now that we got it all set up, let me show you what I did to build the boxes. I went to Home Depot, bought a 4x8 sheet of pine plywood, 50 some odd dollars I think. Wood's gone back up again. And I had them cut it in 3 sections of 18 inches. I can cut them at home, but they got a saw that cuts pretty straight. So I had 4-foot long sections that were 8 feet or 18 inches wide. I then cut those into 1-foot sections, which is here, 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 and here. So I got, out of one of the ones that they cut, I got one box. It ends up being 12 inches wide and then 13 1/4 tall. Did the same thing down there with that one. The center one, I ordered that garbage can like 2 nights ago, and it showed up today, or maybe I even ordered it last night. It's probably 2 nights ago. And it showed up today just in time to when I was starting on the big cabinet. And I was able to get all my pieces out of that one sheet of plywood. I got 2x2 left over. The middle big cabinet is 2 feet by 2 feet and by 18 inches. And what I used, which is the only way to go on stuff like this, is the Craig jig. Probably got too many screws. I got 5 in one spot. I don't even know where that is. Yeah, the first one. I got 5 screws. So I got between 5 and 3 screws. But I put them in such a way, like this is the back. I left the good side of the plywood towards the what we're going to see. Put the bad side towards the wall. And that's where I put the Craig jigs. So when you put it in there, you can't see them. Yeah, you can see a couple. You just can't get around all of them. But depending on where you're standing, like the front, I have no screws on it. Not a bad couple hours worth of work, and I'm pretty happy with it. The portion of the video you just watched is well over 2 years ago. A lot has happened. Unfortunately, and this is the only time I'm going to talk about it, Janie and I are not together. She lives in Michigan and I live in Wisconsin. And I live in Tennessee with Carl. And there has been so many changes to the Tennessee property since you have last seen videos. And they're coming up. And I want you to stick around, click the subscribe button so that you can see those. And I'm calling this video Transformation because not only are the steps to the loft / cabinets transforming to what you just saw me build, to, spoiler alert, turning or painting them. There has been a huge transformation in the property. There has been a huge transformation in myself. And I want you to stick around and see it. I hope you do. So without further ado, let's get to the rest of the video. So this is an exciting project. I am at a point in the build of the trailer where I can start decorating. Not really decorating, but what do you call it? I don't know. We'll call it decorating. So behind me is the steps going up to the loft. They're also storage cabinets, and I'm kind of tired of looking at them just be the different colors of wood. Well, that hurt my back more than working on heavy projects, bending over like that. But it turned out well. I'm pretty happy with it all being one color. I need to do inside of my shoe cabinet yet. And I'm going to do this board here that's plywood that I burnt because it does not look good against the barn door. So I'm going to do that, and now I got to wait for it to dry, and then I will put on the gray. Welcome back. It is the next day, and I let the paint dry obviously overnight, and put the shoes back. So here's what I've decided. I'm going to paint the outside of the cabinet. I'm going to leave the boxes, these interior areas, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I'm gonna leave those white, and the color I'm using, I hope, is that. I say I hope because it's a half full gallon and it looks close, so that might be what I've used before. So I'm gonna set you up, gonna paint, and have this big transformation happen. I didn't figure you wanted to watch me brushing the paint in the corners and on the edges, so I didn't record it. Got everything back in there that was in there, took away a bunch of stuff, added some of the artwork that I've done, put the doorknobs on. I got to clean the glass yet with the razor blade, but pretty happy with how that turned out. So if you enjoyed this video, if you stuck around this long, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We got a lot of videos coming out, and they're going to be pretty good. And post a comment below. Tell me what you would have done different, what I did wrong, what I did right, what you liked, what you didn't. I'd really appreciate that. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.